Ashok, please, Chelsea is waiting for you with open arms to embrace you. Abramovich Grapple will even give you an autograph, and whoever you want. Okay, please come to Chelsea. We are waiting for you. On the discussion of yoga, Sarkodio on Twitter says, on Facebook rather, says that the poses and styles are symbols of some demons, and so doing them means you are worshiping them. In fact, some poses I see some yogas do in videos look strange and mind-blowing. And it continues to say, but in all, I believe it is something to do with your mindset. Me, when I do, I focus and meditate on Yesu. That is Jesus. All right, so those are some comments coming through regards to the yoga discussion we're going to have in a bit. And you can also join us on Twitter, it's Kwese_GH. Facebook is Kwese TV. The hashtag is Kwese Hairstyles. And I'll be reading what you think. Any myth or anything you've heard about yoga you want to care to share with us, I'll gladly read them back to you. All right, so handing you back to Kokui now to continue. I'll start with the conversation on yoga. Kokui, please change from Arsenal, okay?
No, listen. First of all, my husband was an Arsenal fan long before we met, okay? And so was I.
Okay, so that was the reason why you
heaven,
connected.
Number one. And of course, until my children are 18 and pay their own bills, they have to support the team we support. What do you mean? I can't allow that kind of freedom in my house.
You're forcing the kids to be Arsenal fans.
Of course.
Heartbreak. You're giving them heartbreaks all of a sudden, right
Diego,
from childhood.
is your son not a Chelsea fan?
No, I haven't asked him to be. If he wants to be, I'll allow him to
you
be.
make sure he wears a Chelsea jersey. You would never put him in an Arsenal jersey, would you?
Not at all. I don't want him to have heartbreaks at early age. Heartbreaks at early age. No, when he grows up, he'll be something else. I beg. No,
whatever. Please allow, okay? Yes, I'm indoctrinating my children with Arsenal. Thank you.
Okay. Family of heartbreaks. Okay. Yeah.
So from sports and messages, we're coming to our lifestyle topic for Wellness Wednesday. We're talking about yoga today and a specific type of yoga. Now, when I think of yoga, many of us, especially here in Ghana, we think of it as a form of exercise. And there are lots of yoga classes people can take. Some people see it as a form of meditation as well. So we're going to be educated today about a particular type of yoga, okay? Let's say hello to Vinayak Venugopal and Emmanuel Kwese, okay? They are here to talk to us about Sahaja Yoga. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Ghana.
I see you've brought instructional materials, so you're going to explain to us exactly what it is. So what is Sahaja Yoga?
Sahaja Yoga, thank you for the question. Sahaja Yoga is a method of meditation which you can practice, and it's a technique of meditation with a self-realization, wherein which you feel a lot of benefits within yourself. Okay. It's actually nothing but seeking yourself. To combine the words, Sahaja Yoga is already you have born with an energy, and you get united with the all-pervading power or all-pervading energy. So that's basically a meditation process which is very easy, effortless, and anybody can practice.
Anyone at all?
Anybody at all.
From children to adults? Okay.
Doesn't have any age restrictions.
Any age restriction?
Nationality, religion, cuts across.
Okay. So again, Emmanuel, let me come to you on this one. You know, in our part of the world, in our country, let's talk about it. Yoga is seen as something maybe for the expat community or for the elite, for people who are of a certain social class, or not necessarily for the Ghanaian masses. Why do you think that is? That yoga isn't something that we really see as a mainstream form of meditation or exercise?
Okay, actually, with this form of yoga, it's actually not social, not political. As you can see on the chart, at the triangular bone, there resides a 3.5 core, which is referred to as a motherly energy within us. Okay. And actually, with this very energy, has every day-to-day records about our movement. It talks about our past, our future, and our present. Okay. Now, through the practice of this technique, this very energy is awakened within us and pierces this main 7 energy centers and gets to the top at the flower point where we could find the flower, just on top of our fountain bone area. Okay. Now, this very energy takes care of our spiritual, mental, physical well-being.
Okay. So it's very holistic, as you said, spiritual, mental, physical. So all of that energy that is contained in us travels from, what do you call it, the mother?
It's a motherly energy.
The motherly energy, and travels all the way through us to the top of our head.
Of our frontal bone area.
Interesting. Okay, so explain to me some of the points on the diagram here. So wisdom and innocence, you're starting at number 1.
Okay, for instance, with the inscription 1, in Sanskrit, it's termed as the Muladhara, and it's the state of our wisdom. So, for instance, let's say if this energy is being awakened within us, these are the main qualities that we possess, actually. So, apparently, this very energy is dormant. And due to science and its advancement, they've been able to prove its existence within each and every one of us. So through this awakening, once it pierces the first energy center, it nourishes that very center and brings out this quality. So let's say, for instance, what in the science aspect, referring to the medical science, with the heart, it has subplexus, and we call it the cardiac plexus.
Okay.
Now, with the cardiac plexus, it takes care of our breathing system, our hearts, and our lungs. So, for instance, someone with anxiety practicing Sahaja yoga can.
Okay, you teach the person how to
exactly calm down. Exactly.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. All right. I get it. Okay. Do you want to continue a bit with the explanation of some of the...
He can continue. Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead. Because I see wisdom and innocence, creativity, peace and satisfaction, which so many people are looking for, especially in a world that seems to be going crazy. Love and security, collectivity and diplomacy, forgiveness. All right. And that's up. Why would forgiveness be, I guess, in the head region? That's an important thing, forgiveness. And then finally, integration and enlightenment. But forgiveness, talk to me a bit about what forgiveness is.
In our world today, based on our daily activity in our workplaces, in most cases, some of us lack to forgive, actually. We prove we forgive, but we still have... and this really affects us. And at this main point of the chakra, without forgiveness, there's no sense in achieving divinity. Let me put it in that state. So through forgiveness, actually you are able to cross the narrow gate and get to the top where the flower point is, where you can be in a thoughtless state. So through meditation, one has to achieve that thoughtless awareness. So once you thoughtless, you become aware of yourself. You tend to know what is basically happening within your immune system. As you can see, the inscriptions, that is the stars, most of these qualities actually, at a point in time on your daily life, that one way or the other, there might be certain things that you tend to indulge yourself in that puts that very energy center in jeopardy. I hope you get me. So through inner seeking and inner silence and going through the thoughtless awareness states, this very energy is able to regulate, to give more light to it and nourish it for you to become enlightened and, achieve well-being.
That's what you're trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I'm sure you heard a few messages, and then knowing our cultural context as well, there are lots of people who think that yoga is either occultic or, it has some spiritual connections to it, and so they shy away from it. Talk to us about this particular type of yoga. And is this something that can be practiced by people of all faiths or all religions?
Yeah, exactly. It can be practiced by people of all faiths, irrespective of which way you call God, whatever caste system you belong to. You can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be a Hindu, Buddhist. You can practice Sahaja yoga meditation. Because Saha actually means born with, and Ja means born with. Every individual lies this residual energy, which as science and its advancement, they've been able to prove its existence. And moreover, with the meditation, it's mainly staying thoughtless. yoga actually means union with oneself. So if you're not connected to the main self, you would not be able to work out stuff. So effortlessly, it just happens. It's just like, let me give you an example. The Mother Earth, as the earth, you don't pay for a seed to sprout and actually germinate into a huge tree. It does its own living force. Once yours is to just fix in the seeds, then cover the soil, then all it needs is the sunlight and water, and it just grows up into a huge tree and sprouts into fruits.
Okay.
So it's the same way. We have to be connected to the root of our being to be able to know ourselves much more than anything else. Because all we know is, okay, personally, I'll use myself as an example. My name is Emmanuel, but I'm not Emmanuel. I'm higher than the name Emmanuel.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I get connected to myself, then I become that being.
That being
of myself.
greater than what we know here on earth, or what we are.
Exactly.
Okay. How long have you been practicing Sahaja Yoga, both of you?
Thank you for the question. Myself, I've been in Sahaja Yoga since 2007.
Okay.
And
12 years.
he's also senior to me.
Oh.
And just for your kind information, Sahaja Yoga is practiced across more than 150, 160 countries, including places like United Kingdom, USA, Australia, India, even in some countries of Middle East. So it's basically, you're seeking yourself.
Okay.
Everybody wants to search for something. Just like somebody would like to know what is this? Google,
Yeah.
Bing. So when Sahaja Yoga is about knowing about your own, this
Knowing about
machinery
yourself.
is built into every human being. Every human being. These centers are there, and the motherly energy, which is lying in a dormant stage, once it is awakened, it passes through all the centers, and it helps the person to enhance his understanding about a lot of things.
What makes it different from other forms of yoga?
Well, this is basically the yoga, like we said that in our interpretation. Yoga means yourself, you're born with your own subtle system, and you're getting connected.
Yes.
You're establishing a connection. There are different other types of yoga, such as the one that is doing physical exercise,
Yes.
breathing and other things. Well, this is basically more into meditation.
All right.
And this is more into yourself. Whatever we teach everything is about yourself. Your inner being, your inner self, and your connection with, you become a part and parcel of the whole. It's just like an example. If, let's say, a raindrop falls into the water, it's nothing but it has now become an ocean. So you are now an ocean. Though we are so small, so subtle, but we are in the macrocosm. Microcosm becomes macrocosm. So it evolves. Sahaja Yoga helps a person to evolve in many ways, many ways.
Okay.
So it's good, it can only be experienced and be felt. People will feel on their fingertips or on the top of their head.
Extremities.
Some sort of vibrations they feel.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued. Yeah, spontaneously.
Spontaneously. You don't need to do anything.
I think we need a demonstration of this. And I know you've come with a colleague of yours called
please.
Kwese. So if he's ready, then maybe he can you can give us a demonstration of what it's all about. Okay. So we can do that. So Kwese, welcome. So I'll let you guys lead the demonstration for us.
No problem.
Okay, to see how it is actually practiced. Okay.
So Kobe can
Okay. Yes.
All right, so with the viewers out there, all it takes is for this very energy to awaken within you, you need to sit down. You can choose to sit down in this form of posture.
With the legs crossed.
And you can also sit down just as you see us sitting down on set. Actually with both of our hands on our lap, like so. Now, what we're going to do is you first have to place your right hand on the left side of your heart.
Okay.
So deep within yourself, since this energy is referred to as a feminine energy, we refer to be as mother. So deep within yourself, you say 3 times, Mother, please awaken my inner self.
Okay.
So 3 times within your heart, you say, Mother, please awaken within my inner self. Now, once you're done, you place your right hand on top of your fountain bone area.
Okay.
You press it hard. Let the hands relax on your head. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to tilt your head clockwise,
Okay.
round, like so. So each time you rotate your hands, deep within yourself, you say, Mother, please give me my self-realization, or Mother, please give me my yoga. So once you're done, you try to raise your hands up and try to feel the energy pulsating through your fountain bone area. You could feel it in a sensational form, in the form of cool or warm breeze. You can try the left hand as well and try to feel if you can feel any form of tingling or any pulsating sensation. Yeah, so actually, this is practice on a daily basis. You take 10-15 minutes of your time. Once you get the connection, you try to focus your attention on the space above your head. Definitely, you might have thoughts coming in.
That's what I was going to ask.
Exactly.
That I'm sure you have to be either in a very quiet place, maybe or with people who are also quiet with you, and really focused, because distractions, are everywhere.
You know, with this, actually, you become master over your sense organs.
Okay.
So, personally, once yours is to put your attention on the space above your head.
Okay.
Once the thoughts are coming deep inside you, mostly you have to affirm that you forgive. You forgive your thoughts, and automatically the thoughts just disappear and puts you in connection.
Okay.
So this is more of the self-realization process.
Right.
But this is just a basic aspect of awakening this very energy. We have free classes that are being conducted on a weekly basis.
All right. So if somebody wants to learn how to do this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Conducted in Accra and as well as Kumasi. So in Accra, we are located, we have our classes being run at the Blue Crest College University, just directly adjacent ATTC at Kukumlimle.
Okay.
Then in Kumasi, we have it run at Daddy's Lodge, just behind the STC at Edum.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is free?
So, yeah, it is free.
Completely
it is free.
Absolutely.
It is free.
Just for people to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
How to meditate, how to get into the. But again, I was watching you do the demonstration, because obviously I have to stay focused on the show, because as you mentioned, you're supposed to be really in yourself and focused on that. And I'd be interested. I'm thinking, can I do this at home with my 3 screaming children running around and so many, so many distractions. So you need,
you can.
a really quiet space.
You answered your questions answered us.
Yes.
How? Let me tell you, this is exactly what is happening. All of us, human beings, whether me, you, or everybody sitting here, either we are thinking about the past, we are thinking, what did I do yesterday? What am I going to do tomorrow?
We're always thinking.
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
Every
So,
second.
this is a spontaneous process of establishing a perfect silence within yourself, so that you can connect with this all-pervading energy effortlessly. So you don't need to do anything. And unlike some other forms of yoga, you have to put a lot of efforts.
Yes.
And like more of a rigorous exercise. This is absolutely effortless. And this is your own individual mother. The machinery here we have shown in the subtle system. Everything is for you. Like I have one, you have one, your children, your husband, everybody. So it is possible there can be a distraction, but you can go within
still-
yourself very easily. The best part is you don't need to do anything, because what happens is many a times in life we don't do anything. For example, what brother Kobe said, the seed is put on the ground, on a fertile ground.
just grows.
How come, I mean, what is that energy that transforms a seed into a sapling? Slowly it shoots into a sprout, little sapling, then keeps growing up. Then it becomes a very large and mighty tree. It's there. It's a real thing happening. For the best part of it, you don't do anything. Similar to our body, inside in our own body, a lot of mechanisms are happening. For example, as we are speaking, you're listening to me, you're seeing, you're understanding, interpreting. So many functions are happening in the body. And we are taking water, it gets digested. Transportation system.
Without us to, it's
Absolutely.
just reflex. Like,
This is a reality.
it's natural.
So, this is a reality is that you just need to have a pure desire and just connect. It happens. You don't need to put any efforts. That is the best part of the Sahaja Yoga.
Okay, let's check in with Diego. I know he's got some messages from viewers who are watching. So, Diego, what are the people saying?
All right, people are not too sure about what is happening, so there are some questions being asked. So, Akushika says, please, who is the Indian woman on their pull-up? Is she some god? Maybe she's a symbolism of something. Maybe
Let's
they will want to
find
explain
out.
to
Yes.
us. Before that, there's another. Benny Tundra says, I'm beginning to understand the whole yoga thing now. And then Hendrik says, Chai, yoga is spiritual thing. What's all the chanting for? Is there any kind of chanting in there? But there's another kind of thing that you do. It's something called who. I don't know whether they know what it is. Maybe they can explain from my side.
Okay.
I want to know whether it's different from yoga too as well. All right,
Who?
back to you.
Okay, all right, thank you, Diego. So the first question was who's the lady on the pull-up banner, and then the second one was what about chanting. I don't know if there's any chanting involved in Sahaja Yoga, but I'm sure you can answer those questions for us.
Okay, with the woman on the banner, she's Shrimataji Nimala Devi. She's actually the founder of Sahaja Yoga.
Okay.
And as per, you know, the real knowledge, Sahaj was really born in the early 1970s. Yeah, and this was introduced actually to the masses. You know, way back in the olden days, people have to go to the Himalayas to sit down and meditate just to get connected. But she found that in a simple state, and she felt it would be relevant for humanity. So, selfless, with her selfless work, she's helped countless of people to achieve the state of self-realization through the spread of this Advent. And personally, she's won so many Nobel Peace Awards. Yeah, and the husband was then the former maritime UN Secretary General of the Maritime Shipping Corp. Actually.
Okay.
So
that answers the viewer's question as to who the lady on the banner is. Okay, and then about chanting. Is there any chanting involved with Sahaja Yoga?
Okay, in the real sense of chanting, what is the meaning of chanting? It's a recital of a prayer. It can be said as a mantra or an affirmation. Okay. So anybody who prays is basically chanting.
All right.
So there is no protocol or no norm. We don't do any kind of chanting. But you speak to your own energy. You speak to your own mother. I hope you get me, because it is the reflection of your being.
Yes.
That lies within you. So you have to communicate with it clearly from your own love, and true love, true open heart. You are able to awaken this very energy within you. So you don't, effortless, you don't need to do any form of tapas or penance to get this thing awakened within you.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Just be within yourself.
Exactly. So that's...
All right, so you mentioned Blue Crest College here in Accra, and then in Kumasi, remind us again, just behind
Daddy's Lodge.
Daddy's Lodge.
Just behind the STC yard.
Okay.
At Edum.
At Edum. Yeah. Okay, if people are interested. And are you on social media or anything like that if people want to contact you?
That's VND Ghana on Facebook.
VND.
Yeah, Ghana on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, and with our contact number, that's 0246 573797.
One more time.
0246 573797.
97. Okay. Great. So people can find you there at Blue Crest College or at Daddy's Lodge in Kumasi.
Sure.
And you can go and find out a bit more about what Sahaja Yoga is all about. Okay. And they're doing this for free. Teaching people about this for free. You know, people like the word free. So that's good. But thank you so much. And thank you for the demonstration as well. To give us an idea of what it all entails. So that is Sahaja Yoga. You know, Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. We talk about wellness topics. And spiritual wellness is also an important part of that, holistic wellness, right? So today our discussion was on Sahaja Yoga, and hopefully we've all learned a thing or two. But now it's time for us to say bye. Tomorrow's Entertainment Thursday, and we'll have a lot to talk about regarding the world of entertainment. Diego will also bring us Tech Talk, so be sure to tune in to see what topic we'll be treating tomorrow on that. Keep the conversation going on social media. It's #Kwese Head Start. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone.